of commenting on resolutions being offered for adoption and/or on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern. Kindly state your name and town of residence for the record, and if speaking on a resolution that is on this agenda, please note the resolution number to which you're referring, and please adhere to the 5-minute time limit. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, John Burry of Kenworth. And I have a general question at the end, but to start off, there are 5 things on resolutions, comments, and 3 comments, 2 questions that are Bruce Paterson's, and I'm reading for him because he wants to use his 5 minutes on another topic. I know what it is, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. So starting off, 160, the first 3 are comments. 163, T&M is getting $420,000 for construction, administration, and inspection of Plainfield intersections. This is an abusive number, no shovel in the ground. 164, Neglia is getting $209,000 for the same work, same type work as above, but for many miles of county roads. Half the cost for more work doesn't make sense. 166, Mass is getting $70,000 more for a total contract of $2.5 million for the county stairwell project. The total project cost is north of $25 million. It's a black hole. Now the 2 questions. 181, the Officer of Inspector General demands repayment of $861,000 in home grants. Can you explain this? I mean, he says this needs explanation, capitalized. 191, lawsuit, Reynolds versus Attorney General. We are now spending $40,000. We need an overview of what is happening here. And then my question is about the fence between Nomahegan and Blackbrook Park. It just appeared in the last few months. Both sides, it's a wooden post fencing, and it's down an incline. I mean, it doesn't seem to have a purpose unless you're going to run cattle. Nobody's done that for 150 years. So, and it doesn't look like it's anything to do with flood control. And it's 1 mile on both sides. So the question is, why that was done? What was the purpose? Who did it? You know, how much did it cost? And is that it? Is there going to be anything more? Like when you get to the end, right before you go to the boulevard, you might want to extend that so you go right to the traffic speed place. Is that going to be done, or anything else, or are we finished with that? Oh, okay, that's it. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Let's see. For Resolution 181, the grant reduction repayment, Deputy County Manager.
Certainly, through you, Chair. About 6 years ago this month, the Office of the Inspector General launched an audit of our Home Investment Partnership Program. Originally, they requested us to return $6 million. We have been working for the last 6 years to reduce that amount. We believe that this will settle everything up, so I think we've done quite well. These are all projects that are from a number of years ago. I'm happy to say predated me. And we just have tightened up some of the way that we do things to make sure it never happens again. And I feel like we have done quite well working through the audit to end up with a number like this. And the HUD was gracious enough to allow us to do a voluntary grant reduction, so we just forfeit funds that we would have had to actually pay back. We can just voluntarily take them back, but we get to keep them essentially because we can just reprogram them. So it ends up that we'll be able to reutilize them for something else anyway in the affordable housing arena, but this is the way it works. So the reason that this resolution is on is just really it's a housekeeping measure, just so that we have it memorialized why those accounts that were associated with this were closed out, and then we'll reprogram those funds once this is done.
Thank you so much, Director Wagner. And number 199, the additional appropriation, County Council, can you just address that?
Yes, thank you, Chair. This litigation arises out of a former employee in the prosecutor's office. Unfortunately, we believe the suit has no merit, so we are vigorously defending this, and that costs money. Our attorney is fighting, and it is a difficult litigation, so it has taken additional funds to continue to fight. I would note that we are attempting to obtain reimbursement, at least for part of these funds, from the State Attorney General's office, and that is an ongoing process as well. Thank you, Chair. I think that answers the question.
Thank you so much. And then Director Zuber, there was, oh, I'm sorry, Director Graziano, the question about the fence in Mohegan.
That's part of the Lenape Park Rehabilitation Dam project that we're doing. The fence that's down below was requested by the previous county engineer, so people stay out of that part of the dam, underneath the flat area. And there is some older fence in that area that will get replaced. We're working on one side of the dam now, that's why that fence is there. On the one side, Mr. Berry commented on, and the other side, hopefully eventually get everything else replaced that's there.
Thank you so much.
As well.
Okay, are there any other members of the